Salt, it's something we all use every day. But did you know that salt has a surprising spiritual significance, especially in the Bible? In the ancient world, salt was not just a seasoning or a preservative. It had symbolic meanings that went far beyond its physical properties. The Bible is full of references to salt, each carrying its own special significance. These references are deliberate and laden with symbolic value. This essay will explore the depth of salt's spiritual significance in the Bible. We'll look at specific verses, historical uses, and the symbolic meanings that have persisted through time. By the end, you'll see how this simple mineral can offer profound insights into spiritual practices, both ancient and modern. The Bible contains numerous references to salt, each adding a layer of meaning to its spiritual significance. One of the earliest mentions is in Genesis chapter 19, verse 26, where Lot's wife turns into a pillar of salt. Another important verse is Leviticus chapter 2, verse 13, where God commands that every grain offering be seasoned with salt. This command underscores salt's role in religious rituals, emphasizing its importance in maintaining a covenant with God. In the New Testament, Jesus himself speaks about salt in Matthew chapter 5, verse 13, saying, "You are the salt of the earth." Here, salt symbolizes the essential qualities of discipleship and faithfulness. Another poignant reference is found in Mark chapter 9, verse 50, where Jesus advises, "Have salt among yourselves and be at peace with each other." Salt was not just a metaphor in ancient religious practices. It was a tangible part of rituals and ceremonies. In the Old Testament, salt was used in offerings and sacrifices, as seen in Leviticus chapter 2, verse 13. In ancient Israel, salt was also used in the consecration of altars and temples. The use of salt in these rituals was a physical manifestation of spiritual purity. In 2 Kings chapter 2, verses 20 and 21, the prophet Elisha purifies a contaminated water source by adding salt. Furthermore, salt was used in the practice of making covenants. In ancient times, sharing salt was a sign of friendship and agreement. Salt's role in the Bible extends beyond its physical properties to its symbolic meanings. One of the most prominent is purification. In biblical times, salt was used to cleanse and purify. This is evident in the practice of sprinkling salt on sacrifices, as mentioned in Leviticus chapter 2, verse 13. The story of Elisha in 2 Kings chapter 2, verses 20 and 21, further emphasizes this symbolic meaning. By using salt to purify the water, Elisha demonstrated how salt could cleanse and restore. In addition to purification, salt also symbolizes preservation. In ancient times, salt was essential for preserving food, preventing decay, and prolonging shelf life. Just as salt preserves food, it also preserves the covenant between God and his people. The dual symbolism of purification and preservation makes salt a powerful spiritual symbol. The concept of salt as a symbol of covenant is deeply rooted in biblical tradition. In Numbers chapter 18, verse 19, God speaks of a covenant of salt with Aaron and his descendants. This phrase underscores the permanence and solemnity of the covenant, with salt symbolizing its unbreakable nature. Salt's role in covenants is further highlighted in 2 Chronicles chapter 13, verse 5. The use of salt in covenants also extended to human relationships. Sharing salt in a meal was a sign of friendship and loyalty. In a spiritual context, sharing salt represented the unity and commitment between God and his people. The enduring nature of salt as a covenant symbol highlights its significance in biblical teachings. The symbolic meanings of salt in the Bible have not faded with time. They continue to influence modern spiritual practices in various ways. In Christian rituals, for instance, Salt is still used in certain sacraments and blessings. In contemporary religious ceremonies, salt is often used to bless homes and sacred spaces. This practice echoes the biblical use of salt for purification and consecration. Salt also plays a role in modern-day covenant ceremonies. In some Christian traditions, salt is exchanged during marriage ceremonies to symbolize the unbreakable bond between the couple. The metaphor of being the salt of the earth continues to inspire believers to live out their faith with integrity and purpose. Salt may be a common mineral, but its spiritual significance is anything but ordinary. From its earliest mentions in the Bible to its continued use in modern spiritual practices, salt carries a wealth of symbolic meaning. It represents purification, preservation, and covenant, making it a powerful tool in religious rituals and ceremonies. The Bible's references to salt highlight its importance in maintaining a relationship with God. These references offer profound insights into the spiritual life and the enduring nature of faith and commitment. Whether it's in the form of holy water, blessings, or covenant ceremonies, salt remains a potent symbol of divine connection and spiritual purity. Understanding the spiritual significance of salt in the Bible enriches our appreciation of this humble mineral. Now imagine harnessing a salt that has been used by Buddhist monks and emperors for thousands of years, which has incredible powers that can bring you happiness, health, wealth, love, and success. Intrigued? I'll leave a link in the description below this video to uncover the secret to attaining your life's ambitions. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. How have you encountered God's love in your life? Share your story, and let's encourage each other to seek God's love daily. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more daily devotionals that will inspire and encourage you to deepen your connection with Jesus.